Good morning. Actually, good afternoon. I got a story for you. Carnivore Corby coming at you from the great Buckeye State. Can't see the emblem on this one very well. Pretty cool though. So I'm starting my lunch off. I'll explain here in a minute. Have me a little half a butter bomb with a little honey on it. Some burgers I get fried up. Some bone broth that's been cooking all morning. That's right. Take all your steak bones, your rib bones, steak bones, whatever, chicken bones, whatever you can. Put them in the crock pot, a little apple cider vinegar in with the water, let her cook. Easy peasy. Talk about an energy source. That's way better and compared to that stuff out of the store. Next, we've got some electrolyte. Dr. Berg's pomegranate and cherry. It's a little watered down in a quart container like that. That's the way I like it. Got me a couple eggs, a baby aspirin, some well water in there, and some beef liver thawing out. And we got some brats when we went on our kayaking trip. A few more burgers that I'm going to cook up so I can get everything cooked at once. And a little couple lamb steaks. All right, let's go chill. Okay. I can see it better there. As I dribble it all over myself, Lord. Finally got the rest of my yard mowed today. So, give you a little update, which is kind of interesting because the video I just did yesterday, this is one of them carnivore cures, for at least me it is. To add on to yesterday, I'm taking care of a couple animals for a friend of mine that went on vacation. And he's just down the road from me, so he's got a little dog and a couple cats and a whole lot of squirrels. And anyways, we're taking care of his place and the animals while they're gone on vacation. So, lo and behold, I had to stay the night last night, and I did not sleep. So, I think the first time I fell asleep for about a half hour. I don't know because the worst thing for me to do is look at a clock. Because that just makes it even worse. But anyways, and it was like that the rest of the night. I may have gotten 15 minutes here and a half hour there and 10 minutes there and 6 minutes. It was constantly up and down because you're in a new place, you're not used to it. You know, it's not very home-ish for me. Nice place, but just not ideal, you know, your first night sleeping. So it reminds me of what I used to go through when I was eating a standard American diet, as we like to say. If I wasn't pre-diabetic, I'd have bet your bottom dollar. Because what I used to do is, if I didn't sleep, I was falling down tired. Now, when I younger, it did, you could power through it. But as the older I got, it just became more and more prevalent that, hey, you got to get some sleep. There was a couple of vacations that we went on that I was nerved up, couldn't fall asleep, half awake, half asleep all night. And it just really, there are a few vacations that about ruined, but I powered through them. I mean, talking like going on an hour's sleep and then driving all the way to your vacation and then trying to get your first day in, and that, the whole, we've all been there. I'm not the only one in the world that's went through it. But my point is, since I've went to carnivore, I don't have that. Like today, I came home and I took about an hour and a half power nap, and which I'm actually thankful that I fell asleep because I didn't think I would. And then I got up and I finished mowing my yard. Now I'm getting my lunch and my dinner made for today. But I thought, even though I didn't sleep worth the darn, I feel way better than I used to. There was a few times that, I'm taking melatonin. I'm taking all the sleep aids you can find in the cabinet, and it still ain't working. Carnivore Calm, I sleep so much better. I really do. One of my reasons that I actually gave up drinking was because beer and wine just tore me up. First of all, my guts. And then if I drank anything even after 8 o'clock, I wasn't going to sleep worth a nickel. I got a lot of words here, don't I? But if I wanted to have a few beverages during the day, I was fine. But sleeping at night wasn't happening. And I kind of made a choice. I'll take sleep over passing out and no sleep at all. That's me, though. I had my fun when I was young, and I don't need it anymore to relax. I don't need it to enjoy myself. I don't need all that. But going back to the sleep, and if I didn't sleep, I'd get up the next day, and do travel, go to work, whatever. And literally, I'll tell you how it felt. It felt like my muscles and my skin was just falling off my bones. That's the level of an exhaustion that I felt. And I mean, probably depending on if I worked my butt off, doing something that day and then didn't sleep that night. But, I didn't get that way all the time, but I just remember that feeling. You just, my God, how am I going to get through today? Oh, here comes the coffee, here comes the pop, the nicotine, all that. I used to chew. I actually smoke the little cigars also. Anyways, I just want to make a short video. I'm gonna shut it off here. I get 1 minute and I'm done. But I got up today and I just thought, you know what? I'm doing way better than I thought. Now I got to work till tonight. I'm sure it ain't going to be a smooth ride, but just the way I feel right now, I feel better than I ever have when I was eating the other way. Just another reason why I say I'm carnivore for life. My sleep and feeling good the next day, whether you get sleep or you don't get sleep, it's a different ball game on carnivore. And I'm talking to a few people that I may know that might be listening to this. I know I kind of preach this. I understand that not everybody in the world is going to go carnivore. I already know that. But if if I can tell you my little bit of my story in my life, if it helps you, great. If it, that's your choice. I made my choice a while back when I was looking up Dr. Berg's stuff and went keto and then went carnivore. And I tell you, there's a lot of people that's been keto that said carnivore's way better. And even, a lot of those people will say, oh, you would think just eating meats, that's not going to happen, but it's amazing that it really does. So I got about 30 seconds here and I'm going to shut you down. So give it a try. If you're having, you're on the other side of the fence, got all the aches and pains and all that sort of stuff, try it. You can do it for 90 days, and if you don't like it and it doesn't work for you, you don't have to stay carnivore. A lot of us that stay carnivore are because we've found the healing and the other feeling good and not wiped out, tired all the time. And that is my number one why that I still do carnivore is the all day energy. So, Lord willing and the creek don't rise, stay carnivore strong. Amen.